Joining us midday is Dr. Holly Deemer with Grayson and Associates, and today we're talking about setting limits for the holidays with your children, your family, and your friends. And I guess the first question is, what are we talking about when we say set limits? What do you define as setting limits and the need for it? Well,
you need to set limits when you're stressed. So This is a stressful season. Even though it's a wonderful season, it's stressful. And so when people feel overwhelmed, that's a cue. You need to set some limits.
How do we know when it's time to do that? And how do we go about doing that?
Well, I'm stressed out about this, okay, need to set some limits. When you're overwhelmed, your brain can't process and problem solve, so the best thing is to write it down, get it in black and white, so make a list. If you're stressed about money, make a list of everyone you need to buy for. If you're stressed about all the places you gotta be, make a list of everywhere you've gotta go. Then start prioritizing.
All of that will help you kind of navigate through this season better.
Exactly. So if you prioritize and you say, can we set a spending limit with family members? Do I have some close friends that would be okay with having a movie night instead of buying gifts? You can start to brainstorm and problem solve. With events, you have so many places to be. Prioritize. Pick the ones that are meaningful, that you enjoy and look forward to. The ones that just feel like obligation, it's okay to decline.
You can say no.
You can say no, and you should say no, and not feel guilty about it. We need to learn to simplify.
What about with the children? It's kind of hard to set limits with children because you don't want to say no to anything.
Well, but you have to say no sometimes, and again, it's okay. With children, you just want to set reasonable expectations. So starting now, say, yes, your wish list has 10 things on it, but you'll probably get 2 or 3, or whatever you can do, instead of letting them have unreasonable expectations and you're going crazy trying to meet them. Bring down their expectations to a reasonable level, and then everyone's stress.
What other things can you do, like, to help decrease the stress? I think we ran a story once that said something like volunteering helps out.
Absolutely. Volunteering, when you reach out to help someone else, your stress level goes down, your mood is improved. So I encourage people, there's so many wonderful organizations in Birmingham, but find something hands-on where you actually serve a meal, where you actually deliver toys, something that is hands-on, that you can make relationships, you can have contact with other people. That's when you get the real benefit for yourself and for others.
And the limits kind of have to be reasonable. I mean, it's something you can accomplish, not something outlandish.
Sure, and I think just a couple of hours, out of your day, out of your weekend, out of your whole season, just 2 hours could really help someone else and benefit you as well.
Setting limits, very important.
And very healthy, and we shouldn't feel bad about doing it.
That's right.
It's a good thing to do.
I love that. Say no. Sometimes it's okay. Thank you so much. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.